Hi everyone, welcome back to week 12. This is our second video for week 12. We're going to continue to really focus on our kind of core activities. We're going to start with seventh chords and then do some harmonic dictation, followed by more Ottman time. So kind of a very regular day in this class. So let's go for some seventh chords to warm up your voices and ears. And let's start by singing each one in the same key. And let's see, how about this key right here? And that's the key we'll use when we dictate them shortly. So sing a major, major seventh chord on Do. Ready? Go. Do, mi, sol, ti. Find Re and sing a minor, minor seventh chord. Ready? Go. Re, fa, la, do. Find Sol and sing a major, minor seventh chord or the 5/7 chord. Ready? Go. Sol, ti, re, fa. My sol is a little bit not low enough there. Sol. That's the bottom, the very, very bottom of my range. Sol, ti, re, fa. There's our 5/7. And let's hear half diminished 7 starting on T. Ready? Go. Ti, re, fa, la. There's half diminished 7. And let's hear fully diminished 7, also starting on T. Ready? Go. Ti, re, fa, le. Back to Do, sing a major, major 7, just to sort of round it out. Ready? Go. Do, mi, sol, ti. Ooh, my T is low. One more time. Ready? Go. Do, mi, sol, ti. Better. All right, so let's get right into it. I want to just start dictating those seventh chord qualities, and the first 5 will be in that same key of B flat if you're curious, but you don't have to know that. It's fine. And we will dictate one of each in B flat and then one of each in random places. So let's start here with number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. number 9. And number 10. Okay, so let's go back to number 1, back into this key. Number 1 was here. Sing this one with me. Ready? Go. Sol, ti, re, fa. And that one is major minor 7 for number 1. Number 2 was here. Sing that one with me. Ready? Go. Ti, re, fa, la. And I liked having these two back to back. Number 3 was here. You'll have to tell me if you liked having them closer together, because I felt like that made them easier to distinguish, but you may not feel that way. Let's sing number 3, the fully diminished chord right here. Ti, re, fa, la. Number 4 was here. Sing this one. Ready? Go. Re, fa, la, do. That one is minor, minor. And finally, number 5, ready? Sing do, mi, sol, ti. That one is major, major. Okay, you'll have to tell me if you still like having those in the same key also at the beginning. I think we'll probably remove that for the last dictation test. So we'll probably start practicing them in totally random places the whole time. But I hope that it's been helpful for you to have them in the same key up until this point, just to think of them in terms of function. Anyway, here's number 6. Sing number 6. Ready? Go. Ti, re, fa, la. Number 6 was fully diminished. Number 7 was here. Ready? Sing re, fa, la, do. Number 7 was minor, minor. Number 8 was here. Number 8, sing that one with me. Ready? Go. Ti, re, fa, la. For number 8, that is half diminished. Number 9 was here. Sing that one with me. Ready? Go. Sol, ti, re, fa. That one is major, minor, or a 5/7 chord. And number 10 is here, and that is major, major. Go ahead and sing major, major with me. Ready? Go. Do, mi, sol, ti. So if you're getting, again, like 7 out of 10 or better, that's okay. If you're getting less than 7 correct when we do those, please let me know so that we can talk about it and try to figure out what to do better one way or another. And so that's what you can expect from 7th chords from now on, is all 10 of them random after today. All right, let's move on to harmonic dictation. So I've got 2 harmonic dictations for us to focus on in this video, and they are different from what we've worked on so far. So for the rest of this unit, our harmonic dictations will also include 5/7 of 5. That's our new chord for the time being. 5/7 of 5 in root position, so no inversions to worry about. And 5/7 of 5 will resolve to 5. We're not going to do anything weird where that's concerned. All the other chords are still fair game, including inversions of 5/7. But 5/7 of 5 in root position will resolve to 5 in root position, so keep that in mind. If we're in the key of F major, for this first one, for example, keep in mind that anytime there's a 5/7 chord, somewhere in the chord is the note Fi, as in raised 4. Right? Fi is the thing that points us toward 5. It's the temporary leading tone, so I will make it prominent in this first example, and after that it could just be somewhere in an inner voice as well. So keep that in mind. We're listening for Fi, and Fi should help direct you to where the 5/7 of 5 happens. And remember that that might be a note you have to add in the soprano when you do your, what I mean is that might be a solfege syllable that you have to add in the soprano when you write in your solfege above there, above that line. So that should also help you. That's part of why I ask you to write that in. Okay, so sing into the key of F major with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, ti, do. Okay, there's our first chord. First bass, first soprano on mi, and the first chord. So I'll play this to get going one time through with everything even. 3 and 4 and. And this time through, I will play everything bringing out the soprano. So same thing, bringing out the soprano. Ready? And. This time, take some time in between these playings if you'd like to. Pause the video, listen again. This time I will bring out the bass. 3 and 4 and. Okay, here it is one more time all the way through. I'm going to play it all the way through again with everything even, just because it's longer and the secondary dominant is new. So, one more time. Ready? And. So as I was playing that, I noticed that I actually wrote a parallel octave in that progression. I'm very sorry. So with that in mind, if you can tell me it's between one outer voice and one inner voice, it's not between the soprano and the bass, but inner voice and outer voice. If you can tell me where, like between which two chords it appears, send me an email and I will give you a bonus point on your upcoming dictation test. For dictation test 3. So if you can figure out between which two chords, and keep in mind that it's between an outer voice and an inner voice, and send me an email telling me that. So then I will also know if you're watching the video, which would be great. Okay, so let's do, let's see, I will show you the answer when you're ready, but hit pause and take some time, jump back and listen some more, and then when you're ready, I will show you the answer. Progression, and let me play it for you now that you have this in front of you. Just down to 5, 6, 5 for the first movement here, from 1 to 5, 6, 5, and back. Here would sound, here I think the 7 half diminished 7 would sound weirder. And here's what I played. Just a little more consonant, that major minor chord. And then here's our friend, the 5, 7, a 5 going to 5. Note that here we have our good friend, B. That is the note that should direct you that that's where the 5, 7, a 5 is happening in this progression. And then you moved up from 5 to 5, 6, 5. That's something that you can expect to happen in this unit as well, because I want to get you used to hearing that. 5 moving to a different inversion. And then, so there's our progression. If you have questions about that secondary dominant, definitely let me know. All right, let's do one more harmonic dictation. And for this one, we're going to be in D as in Delta major, as you can see on your worksheet that I have set up for you. So this one, we're going to listen for Phi being in an inner voice with the 5, 7, a 5. So let's get into the key. Then we can start listening to the progression. So sing into the key with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, ti, do. Okay, here's our first bass and our first soprano. Keep in mind, we're also listening for inversions of the 5, 7 chord, and we will hear Phi and the 5, 7, a 5, but this time Phi will be in the alto or tenor, just so that it's a little less obvious for you. A little more challenging. You can do it. Okay, so 3 and 4 and. Take some time, hit pause if you would like. And when you're back, I'm going to bring out the soprano. 3 and 4 and. Again, hit pause if you would like to, and take some time. When you're ready, I'm going to bring out the bass. 3 and 4 and. Okay, and that bass actually has kind of a lot going on, doesn't it? Okay, now let's do, again, hit pause if you would like to, But now I'm going to just play everything one more time again because it's a new concept and I just want you to have another chance without even having to jump back in the video to hear the 5, 7, and 5 in the progression. So 3 and 4 and. Take some time. Really take time to write. Listen again if you'd like to. When you're ready, I'll show you the answer. Progression, and I'll play it again now that you have it in front of you. Moving from 1 to 5, 4, 3 to 1, 6, and then here's our special new chord, the 5, 7, a 5, going to 5, then that 5 changes to 5, 4, 2, to 1, 6, to 5 again, and back to 1. So heavy on the tonics and dominants, not a lot of predominant except for this one here. Remember that that is the function of these chords, is to be predominant chords. So that's one reason that you can expect when you hear a 5, 7, a 5, it'll resolve to 5. It needs to live out its function as a predominant and take us to the dominant chord. If you wrote 5 and then a dash and just the numbers 4, 2, that is also okay with me. That doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't look very intuitive in MuseScore, so that's why I just write out the Roman numeral fully. And our fee was actually in the tenor, but it was this G sharp, which I'm sure it wouldn't let me put in the tenor line here. It doesn't like, MuseScore doesn't like having a really, really high tenor part, but it was spelled like that, with B also in that chord, in the alto part. So that was what our 5, 7, a 5 actually looked like. Note that the soprano on Do was the 7th of that chord and that it resolved down to T. Remember to write your soprano solfeggio for each of those, because I think that will help you see where some of those new chords appear. If you have any questions though about secondary dominant chords, about how they will manifest in dictation, just let me know. Just send me an email and I'd be happy to discuss it with you one-on-one. Okay, so we're ready for the last segment of this video, which is going to be Atman, more from chapter 12, and we're only going to look at one melody for this video. We'll look at 12.66, which is probably my favorite melody in the whole Atman, and it is wild. So it is difficult in a sense. There's a lot of stepwise motion in it, but a lot of 16th notes. And it's one that I also had to learn as a student. I love making you sing it, so just be prepared. If you take the Atman route for Sight Singing Test 4, you're definitely going to perform this one. And I hope that you will come to love it as I have. So it's in F major. Sing into the key with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, ti, do. And for this one, notice that it's by Couperin, and that is probably not written for voice either. Couperin's a Baroque composer who wrote a lot of instrumental music, and maybe some for voice, I don't know. But a lot of keyboard music and other kinds of probably woodwind music would have been popular for him. So definitely a lot of keyboard suites, and this is something that may not make it the easiest to perform for voice. And you might have noticed in the other video with the Bach that sometimes I just would sort of like add just a fraction of a second and catch a breath when I needed to. That's one of the questions I know you're going to ask. Know that students always want to ask me about this one, which is like, where am I supposed to breathe? And if you look at it, it is not clear. So just catch a breath where you can. I'll probably end up doing that as we practice it, and that'll give you some ideas of where to breathe. Okay. Let's take a look at just the beginning phrase up to the repeat sign in the second system. So this is the 8th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. do, so, do, la, so, do, so, do, la, so, do, so, do, re, so, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, so. That's already a lot of 16th notes, I know. Fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, so. Think about it as heading toward 5, like you're heading toward sol, ti, re, ti, sol, do, and that you're going to mostly be moving in stepwise motion, so it's like singing a scale. Fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, sol. And then let's sing the beginning again. So take the repeats. Take all the repeats. All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Do, sol, do, la, sol, do, sol, do, la, sol, do, sol, do, re, sol, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, sol. And then breathe quickly before you go on. You do want to breathe there at the double repeat sign. Ready? And so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, so, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, ti, do, re, mi, fa, so, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, do, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, ti, do, re, fa, mi, re, do, do. So then you would repeat that again. I stopped because I thought maybe we could go over a few things. So one is, again, take that breath. You heard me take a breath and it just sort of like lifts for a moment so you can take a breath. That's not a big deal. And then get to know the sequence that's happening in there. One thing I like to have students do is just sing the first 16th note of first and last 16th note of each beat of each little grouping. So ti, la, fa, la, sol, mi, sol, la, fa, ti, mi, do, sol, ti, la, fa, la, sol, la, fa, ti, ti. I like that because I think it helps you hear kind of the like skeletal structure of the sequence a little bit. So I'd like to break up half the room and have them sing the whole thing and everybody else just sing the first and last 16th notes of each grouping. So try that, play it on the piano as you're practicing that, doing exactly what I just did. And I think that will help you kind of like find these like, I don't know, what's the word, almost like a lamppost, like some kind of like thing to grab onto as you are singing all of those 16th notes in a row. Okay. From the repeat sign on the forte, sol, about that fast again. 1, 2, 3. So, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, sol, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, do, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, ti, do, re, fa, mi, re, do, do. So that might take some practice, and I will return to it, I'm sure, in the week 13 video as well, because that is it's just a lot to take in the first few times you do it. But if you practice that once a day, like for a week, you'll have it. It's actually not too bad. It's just a lot of ink on the page and a lot more 16th notes in a row than you're used to, but you can absolutely do it. There's no need to do it too quickly. It says like tenderly and without like too much slowness. So it's fine with me if you do it at a very moderate tempo. I do think that there's some benefit to singing it a little bit quickly, like about the tempo we were just doing, because otherwise I think it will drag and you will lose momentum and it will be harder actually vocally. So anyway, we will come back to that one. I hope you're enjoying it already. And if you have any questions about Sight Singing Test 3 or 4, Sight Singing Test 4, and if you have any questions about secondary chords in our progressions or any of the kind of activities that I've done in this video and in the last one, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to chat with you one-on-one in office hours or in just a one-on-one conversation or over email. So I hope to hear from you if that's the case. And I hope you're having a wonderful week. I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.